Today, we're going to talk about the leadership of Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther was a hardworking student, top in the class, and attended Morehouse College at the age of 15. His idol is the great Mahatma Gandhi. On December 1st, 1955, a lady named Rosa Parks was arrested for refusing to give her seat to a white male on a bus in the city of Montgomery. The city of Montgomery is famous for its segregation between the blacks and the whites. Due to the arrest of Rosa Parks, Martin Luther and other activists decided to initiate a protest called the Montgomery Bus Boycott. With the leadership of Martin Luther King, the boycott was a success as it lasted for 380 days. However, during the time, Martin Luther was arrested for initiating a protest and was harassed by people on the streets. Regardless, the success of the Montgomery boycott led to judges banning racial segregation in transportation. The success made Martin Luther King a national icon for civil rights arguments. One day, Martin Luther King thought about starting an organization for civil rights. Martin Luther brought the idea to the other activists and decided to name the organization SCLC. The primary goal of Martin Luther King as the president of SCLC was to register African Americans to vote in the election. In 1963, Birmingham, Alabama, Martin Luther King was arrested for initiating a peaceful protest for the civil rights movement. While in jail, Martin Luther King wrote the now famous Letter from Birmingham Jail. At the time, Alabama was known as the most segregated city in the USA. On August 28, 1963, Martin Luther King initiated the March on Washington, where he made the speech, "I Have a Dream," attended by 250,000 people, joined by all races. In 1964, Martin Luther King won the Nobel Peace Prize at $54,000 US. Martin Luther did not keep the money. Instead, he donated it to SCLC to further the civil rights movement. Despite the success, Martin Luther was still fighting for African Americans' rights to vote. Nevertheless, with Martin Luther leading the protest and delivering some of the most inspirational speeches, African Americans are finally able to vote. Sadly, Martin Luther was assassinated in 1968. After his death, he was known as the #1 civil rights speaker in the history of America and unite all races.
Hi everyone, today we are going to talk about the Great Man Theory in Adolf Hitler. So, what is the Great Man Theory? Great Man Theory is a leadership theory that states that leader was born, not made or trained. It also states that an individual was born with some specific traits that make them a leader naturally. Adolf Hitler is the best example of Great Man Theory. So, what leadership traits that Hitler born with and made him a successful leader? First, let me introduce Adolf Hitler. He is a German politician, a dictator, and the leader of Nazi Party. Adolf Hitler was a successful leader that brought a large impact towards Germany. Since Hitler was a child, he shows that he knew his own mind. You can figure this through his bad relationship with his father. Hitler often argued with his father, who always ignored his desire. Once, he argued with his father because his father ignored his desire to attend a classical high school and become an artist. His father wanted to send him to Realschule, a technical school in Germany. Hence, he intentionally did poorly in school to show his father his intention to devote himself to his dream. This shows Hitler dare to resist and say no to things that he disagreed and disliked. These are one of the most important leadership attributes that Hitler had naturally and made him a successful leader. This also shows the key reason of why Nazi Party could brought a huge impact to Germany, especially the propagating of the idea of National Socialism under the leadership of Hitler. Other than that, the charisma, vision, passion, leadership attributes that Hitler had naturally also made him a successful leader. Hitler's charisma was the key to the whole success of National Socialism, which he wanted to pass through the people of Germany. His charisma made him a success leader. Hitler also had great vision. He wanted Germany to be bigger, better, and purer. This is why he promoted pan-Germanism to the people of Germany. Hitler's passion helps him to gain followers through giving a speech. He always shows his passion when he was giving a speech to attract and convince the audience to do everything he implied. This is how the ideology of Nazi Party spread in Germany in a short period. Adolf Hitler are known as an extremely bad guy. However, he was still a great and successful leader. Those leadership attributes that Hitler had and mentioned in this video had proved that Hitler was born as a leader, as those attributes couldn't be acquired, and this fits the concept of great man theory.